What's up guys, it's your girl Fry. I'm back with another YouTube video. I know it's been a while, but you know, I've been very busy with school, laziness, and I've moved houses now. So yeah. I feel like I'm gonna oof myself. It's actually kind of crazy. Nothing's crazy. I don't know why I started saying that. I really don't know how I feel about this, but this is temporary. Probably by my next video I will have something set up. I also want to get some color in my background because who wants to look at white all day while they're watching my videos? So this is the story of when my mom threw me off of a bridge. This was a while ago. I want to say I was 8 or 9. If you'd watched my very first video, then you know that I live in Louisiana. I was born and I was raised here. At the time, my mom would like move us up north. Excuse me? Oh wait. It can't work like this. Oh, okay. Yay! At the time, my mom would move us up north so that we could get work with the kind of work that she was doing. And we were living in Illinois, I believe. Or was it Iowa? I don't know. That is, like, where I was and what age I was is kind of a blur because I did so much. But it was summer, and every day, you know, we would go to this creek. We would go to this creek and we would jump and we would swing and we would have so much fun. And there was a lot of us. There was my mom, my stepdad, my little sister was not born yet. My mom, my stepdad, my his sister, her husband, and her husband's brother. So I was the only kid, unfortunately. But I still had a lot of fun going to this creek and jumping in and stuff. One day it had rained a lot. I think it had rained for like a week straight up there. Whenever it stopped raining, and we wanted to go to the creek. When we got to the creek, we found that it was kind of overflowing and the current was extremely heavy. So there was no way that, you know, they were just gonna get into the creek like that. It just wasn't happening. At least not at the spot that we were going to. The creek was huge too. You know, it went from, I think, a 2-mile radius, but we just went to this one spot to swim. The 3 guys were joking around. They were like, oh, let's go jump off of this bridge that went over the creek. It was about 20 feet at least. They keep joking around, but they're like, no, we're not gonna do that. That's outrageous. So I'm like, cool, I don't have anything to worry about. I'd rather just go home. So they're acting like we're going home, but then next thing you know, we get to the bridge. Now, we had to go to the bridge anyways to get, you know, to go back home. They were saying, you know, let's just go ahead and jump off the bridge. Let's just jump off the bridge. And I'm like, no, I don't want to jump off the bridge. And I'm like, well, you guys can jump off the bridge. I'll just stay right here on the bridge. So they're having so much fun jumping off the bridge. And they're like, come on, Dahlia, you know, just jump in the bridge. Just jump off the bridge, jump off the bridge. And I'm like, I'm not having it. I'm not going to break my neck and kill a turtle or something because I want to jump off of a bridge. I was terrified. Like, you could not convince me to do this. I was not having it. I was scared out of my life. And they're just like thinking that this is so okay, and it was not okay for me at all. It got to the point where they literally started trying to force me off of the bridge, and my mom included. This was my mom. My mom had a lot to do with it. Thanks for this traumatic experience, birth giver. Thanks. I love you so much. They ended up like picking me up and putting me at the end of the bridge. They managed to make it to where I was hanging and dangling off of the bridge. The only way off was to fall off of the bridge, and I was screaming, terrified, and dying. The only time that they would get me up is if they heard a car coming, because obviously that looks really like kind of worse than it was. I mean, obviously it's just them having fun and them trying to get me to have some fun, but I was freaking terrified. Now, the current was deep enough for me to jump, for a grown man to jump as well, because they were having fun doing it, but I was not having that. I was not having it at all. Do you understand me? I was not for it. I was not trying to jump off of a bridge whatsoever. And not to mention, the current was super strong. So basically I would have to jump off the bridge and like kind of not even swim. I wouldn't have to swim at all. I would just have to keep myself up and try to swim to the side as soon as the current brings me to a certain place. Otherwise, I was gonna die because the current was going to take my little self. So they would get me off every time they heard a car coming. That way I wouldn't look like I was being murdered. Because guess what? I would have told them I was being murdered. You better believe, okay? Eventually, cars stopped coming. When cars stopped coming, I'm there for a long time. I'm hanging. My arms are starting to hurt. Do you understand me? This was traumatic as heck. I didn't know what was going on. I was only 8 years old and they were dangling me off of a bridge. I thought I was gonna die. I thought that this was it. That God said, come on, baby girl, come home. I thought it was over with for me. And it almost was, because girl, I let go of that bridge. I had to. Like, it was either that or my arms was gonna fall off and I was gonna die anyways. I at least wanted to look good while I was in my casket. I was too young to die ugly, that's for sure. I didn't want to be completely mutilated. So I finally let go and I start trying to keep up with the current so that I can get out of the river or get out of the creek at a certain time. And I'm not making it at all. I start like drowning, even though I could swim. I'm a good swimmer. I've always been a very good swimmer, but the problem was that current was just too strong for me. I was not having it at all. I was too small. It was just like picking me up like real quick. I start going way farther than I'm supposed to the point where the guys have to jump in the river to go and get me. Because I could, and I was trying to swim against the river and the current and everything, and it just wasn't working. They finally get me out of the creek, and I was petrified. I mean, I was like pissed. I walked back up that bridge. That washing machine is just so rude. So basically, after that, even though I was petrified and I was pissed off that they did that, I'd actually had a little bit of fun, so I just started jumping off myself. Yeah, I was thugging. Okay, I was thugging. Yeah. I don't know what that was. But yeah, sorry for taking so long with this video, with a video at all. I'm sorry for the small percentage of a population that actually wants to watch my videos and may even look forward to them, who didn't get them for over a month, maybe even 2. I'm really sorry for that. I love you guys. I love you so much. And remember that I have decided no more Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Since I'm Fry, I will be posting on Fridays because I cannot keep up with 3 days a week. I'm sorry, but I will do the best I can.
She my cherry cola, she gon' keep me sober. Let me keep it closer, rub me like a